You're deep. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops that find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Yo, DJ!
Are you done mixing?
I know you gonna dig this.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, Hey, let's get it started. It's backpack, capital one. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he off of the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Yeah. You know what it is. It's your boy Scotty back in the building. You are watching OFFScript live. Now, like my man Jordan said, it's Powerhouse Tuesday. Okay? We got a Southern alum in the building. All right? For this Powerhouse Tuesday. All right? So, listen. My man Smash came through, was like, look, need to talk about the SWAC. I need to let these people know. Let's talk some football. I mean, if you haven't seen his page, he has over 60,000 followers. Like I said, he is a Southern alum. Please give it up for the one and only, the legendary. Let me not leave that out because he definitely told me he's legendary. Smashtime Productions.
What up? What up? Man, it's good to be on the show, Doc. What's good with you?
Nah, good. I appreciate the blessing. You come through, touched on the show. Now, before we get out, a lot of people don't know, if you look in the background, my man got the African American Museum in the back. He got the art, so you know he's coaching. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's $1 million worth of art right there. You know what I'm saying? Shoot,
yes, sir.
That's what it is. So what's good with you? How your week been going?
It's been real busy, man. Just really just winding things down from the stuff that I just got finished doing with some of the college bands and just getting ready for summer band because band is like a big thing down here, Louisiana and the southern region, Georgia, Mississippi thing. So yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. For my interview, I always keep it light and hearty. So we're gonna go to some light questions, then we're gonna jump right into this SWAC football, and then we're gonna take some calls. You ready?
Bet.
All right, real quick. So, who's your favorite comedian?
I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy.
Oh man, you're taking it back. Are we talking about movie Eddie Murphy or stand-up Eddie Murphy?
Ooh, both Eddie Murphy. Both of them raw and uncut. I mean,
okay.
Movie Eddie Murphy commercial. I like the raw and uncut Eddie Murphy.
Raw and cut. Gotcha. Okay. What is the last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched, I don't know, but I just started watching Game of Thrones. I know I'm super late to the party, but I'm
super late.
Yeah, I know, but I went to Barcelona like a couple years ago, but 2-3 years ago, and I went to the whole Europe, and I was just seeing different places where they shot stuff at, and everybody was like, "This where they shot this at for Game of Thrones," and I'm like, "What is Game of Thrones?" And everybody just gave me the response you just gave me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, you gotta get up on that thing. Listen, I'm gonna just tell you this one thing, and that's it. Anybody can get it in Game of Thrones. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm glad I didn't watch it while everybody else is watching, because if I had to wait for every episode like y'all did, I'm big on writing and I'm a videographer, so I see things from a cinematic standpoint.
Point of view. Okay, makes sense. All right, your favorite song right now?
Drake, Nicki Minaj, Drake and Wayne, Seeing Green. I'm loving the sample that they use for it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I had to ask them. Your favorite section of the band? I ain't a band guy, so I had to throw that in there like that.
Trombone section. I play the trombone, so yeah.
Okay. Another one. Your favorite band cover song? So a song that the big bands, either Jukebox, Sonic Boom, have played. That's your favorite cover?
There's so many of them motherfuckers, bro. I'm gonna say I got one from every band because somebody said a favorite song. If I had to get one, I'm gonna say "Talking Out the Side of Your Neck" because it's a song that every HBCU band should have in their book.
Okay. What is your favorite meal?
I I'm from New Orleans, so I'm gonna say I love crawfish, but that's not a meal. I just had some a couple minutes ago. So I'm gonna say fried chicken, macaroni, and cheese.
Okay. Now I think this was, if the jukebox shut down tomorrow, whose band would you go see?
Damn, there's so many. I'm gonna say Jackson State though, because the Boombox Classic is like the granddaddy of them all when it comes to band battles.
Okay. Now, how and when did Smashtime Productions start? How did that all come about?
Basically 2016, well 15 and 16. I'll give you the story. I know whatever. I came to Southern University. I bet. So graduated high school, had a couple football offers, right? You know what I'm saying? So went to FAMU for the summer, got put out, had a little scrap, walked on Southern football team. Long story short, under Stump Mitchell, then Odoms took over. That's what made Odoms. We like this. I didn't want to play football anymore, but I made the song Jaguars Go Hard, right? So that's a song that they played all the sporting events. Long story short, in New Orleans, it's different. Band is bigger than sports in New Orleans. You understand? Like drumline is a real thing. So after I graduated college, I wanted to do something that I know I could make money. I wanted to do my own events with it and something to keep the culture alive down here. So it's a long story. I can get detailed with it, but I started Smashtime because me and my friends started the Human Jukebox Media. Southern University's media team. I basically wanted to give high school and other colleges the same attention that Southern University was getting. And that's how it got so big so fast. So I'm in a short story, that's what it is.
Okay, now the name Smashtime, is there any particular?
Yes. So two bands battling. Who got smashed? Somebody got smashed at the end of the day. Somebody lost, right? And if a band playing, they smashing that. You know what I'm saying? Like he smashed that anytime. So everything I like to do is aggressive, always exclusive, and we smashing over here. So just the definition of it. Yeah.
All right. So you kind of went into you went to Southern, but why not Grambling? Like when you got fam, why not?
I went to Southern. First of all, I always loved Southern growing up. I love Southern and Grambling until I got like older and started realizing how much ahead and exclusive Southern was over Grambling if we talk about them too. But I always knew if I did not like make it on the football team at Southern, I can always go get a band scholarship.
Okay. Now, in your opinion, why are bands in the SWAC so important?
Okay, I can tell you this. The band is the biggest entity in any HBCU school. I don't care what 90% of them or 95% of them, you know what I'm saying? Because some colleges have small bands, but it's the biggest entity. They bring in the most students per school. For example, Talladega, their band is majority of their school. You understand that? So when they do get this football team, they're gonna have to recruit more football players than they're gonna have to recruit band members. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it keeps the school running. Every little thing that goes on with it. The band surrounds it. Pep rallies, sporting events, everything. The band is the most important variable of school marketing. And for example, you ask somebody why they go to Southern University, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna say because the band was tight and it was a fun school, right? Not down football, but just saying that's what it is.
All right. And my last band question: who's the best band director you know?
My high school band director, Mr. Wilbert Rollins. He's a legend. He in the band world, and he just did so much for kids in New Orleans and around the world. He started a program in Italy. You know what I'm saying? He just did so much in the band world. You got to know who Wilbur Rollins is on a high school level, but he's the GOAT. Yeah,
that's what's up. Now let's get into this SWAC football.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right, so because had to get a little band stuff in there. I don't know nothing, so I just got to throw that in there for you. You've been around the SWAC for a minute. Do you think this will be the best year of SWAC football with the induction of Bethune and FAMU as their inaugural season, just overall?
The best year, no, but the most interesting. Best is that's hard. Most interesting because, like I say, FAMU and Bethune-Cookman, the addition of them added so much more. It'd be different if it was 2 WAC schools from the MEAC that came over. It's 2 of the powerhouse schools. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Florida Classic came to the SWAC, basically.
So why only interesting and why not the best?
Because things like this happen. Alcorn last couple years, you know, the powerhouse, Southern is the powerhouse. Our biggest grab was we couldn't beat Alcorn in the SWAC championship, right? And I know Grambling have a down year this year, but it always came down to Grambling and Southern to see who's gonna in the Bayou Classic to see who represents the West of the SWAC, right? In the SWAC championship. Now you have Alcorn moved over to the West to compete with Southern, and now you have Bethune-Cookman and FAMU on the side with Jackson State for the rest of them, because the rest of them, well, not the East. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be really interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting, like imagine if FAMU and Bethune-Cookman dominates that, right? It's gonna come down to the Florida Classic to see who goes to SWAC championship. That's interesting.
That is now that you put it like that, that's definitely interesting. I didn't think about it like that. That's a big game, and they always leave that to the end, so that's definitely gonna be a big game. Now, who do you have coming out the East and the West, in your opinion?
East, I don't know. But if Jackson State's the players that Dion recruited, if they do their thing, I'm gonna just go with them for the hype. I'm gonna say Southern out of pride, you know what I'm saying, coming from the West. But realistically, I have no idea because you can never sleep on Grambling. Grambling have a down year this past year, but I'm telling you from knowing SWAC football, you can't sleep on Grambling. Grambling is the team that'll come slip through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get in situations where like Southern beat Alabama A&M, Alabama A&M lost to Grambling, so that game will beat. But Jackson, it's crazy, but I don't know from our side, so it's hard. It's hard to say. Who you got coming out the East and the West?
You already know who I got coming out the East. It's that buzzsaw coming. You see the shirt in the back? You know my bandwagon is punched. Don't get my objectivity. Don't get it twisted for who I got. I got them coming out the East. In the West, listen. Southern is they just second place to me. If you want to learn how to be second place, you just go over to Southern, talk to them. They'll let you know what second place feel like and look like. If you talk to Alcorn and they're like, hey, this is how you become champions.
I'm about to. Okay, I got you. Okay, got you.
So if worst come to worst, I would either go with UAPB or Alcorn. Those would be my two picks. I just can't. Southern is just second place to me. Let me take this caller real quick. We got one caller already. So
yeah, but let's get that in there. I'm gonna piggyback what you just said though.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to us.
What's going on, Scotty? What is going on to my homeboy Smashtime? I'm here in the BR. We got much love for you and what you guys doing. Let me say this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm old school, but I appreciate what you guys are doing because it's going to make a difference 100 years from now. 100 years from now, young people are going to be watching these videos. They're going to be watching these interviews, and they're going to learn so much more than what they're getting in the classrooms right now. You guys are making change right now. Now, let me say to my man, Mr. Smashtime, I'm waiting for this, and I'm going to give it to you. Where is the movie? Where is the the fifth quarter movie? I need that.
Doc, I'm gonna just say this. A book just got released, an HBCU book about HBCU experiences, and Gerard Howard, he's the GOAT of this marching band stuff. You know HBCU bands, y'all probably seen that. A book just got released, and I'm sure a movie should be coming sometime. I'm gonna just tell you from my end, give me a few more years till I get bigger and bigger. Because I can shoot a movie right now. That's nothing. I shoot with, I want to say OFFScript. I shoot with the best of the best. The Sony's, A7 IIIs, all that stuff. But a movie will be coming. A couple documentaries and stuff. Me and Gary are working on right now. But a movie will be coming. Something better than Drumline, I'm guessing. More real than Drumline, because Drumline was perfect.
Listen, I'm about to say ain't nothing better than Drumline. It might be more realistic, but ain't nothing better than Drumline. Nick Cannon, stop playing. Drumline.
And that's only because Drumline did an amazing job. A's across the board. I just feel like more real stuff need to be talked about the band world and the HBCU experience. For one small thing, the band bring the most people to the schools. Why they don't get no money from the games? You understand?
I agree with you. I agree. Let me say to you videographers out there, like, again, I'm so proud of you. But ladies and gentlemen, let's realize there is an Oscar category that is awarded every year for the sound. And I'm a Southern grad, but I'm going to give it to all the SWAC and all the HBCUs. Every band has that signature song, that signature sound. I'm so proud of what I've heard. And I'm going to say this out to the jukebox right now. What's going on with those band directors and assistant band directors? If you haven't checked it out, Brian over there, Simmons, I believe it is at Southern. That guy's doing something that's out.
Hey, that's my line brother. Yeah, that's my line brother. Kappa side.
I guess my last little comment and question is, what do you think is going on with Time and Hamer Productions that hurt me to my heart? Man, what a legend, what a gift. And he's out the game, so I'm hurt behind that. I'm going to hang up and listen to what you guys to say. And if Hamer is listening or if he gets this message, I just want him to know from this Jaguar, we got much love for you. Talk about change the game. I'm going to leave it at that.
Appreciate the call.
OFFScript, I know you don't probably know nothing he's talking about. But Mr. Hamer was the last Southern University band director. He's in prison now. Situation, I don't want to sound biased about it, but a situation, misappropriation of funds, you know what I'm saying? But he did a lot of great things for the marching band culture. I wish I could go in detail on it. I can talk to you later about that OFFScript. But Hamer, I think Hamer gonna do a good job, man. I think Hamer, he has less than a year in prison. The band culture still is supporting him, a lot of it. It's just an unfortunate thing that happened on his behalf. So to answer your question, Doc, I think Hamer gonna be just fine, and I will be saying somebody will be stupid not to hire him to change their band program. But yeah,
that's what's up. Now I want to get, first of all, let me finish the East and the West, right? Because I got some, I got some here. They said something about some don't sleep on UAPB and Pine Bluff and all this stuff. They're right. But what I'm really gonna say is, listen, Southern doesn't scare me. And the reason they don't scare me is because you know what they're gonna do. They're either gonna bludgeon you to death with running the ball, and they're gonna sick Jordan Lewis on you.
Now watch this. I have one question. You openly say that you're a Jackson State bandwagon. That's what I like about your OFFScript. You're not afraid to say that. You know what I'm saying? But before being a Jackson State fan, you're a new bandwagon fan. Who else scared you in the SWAC? Don't say Alcorn because they're the champions. It's obvious.
If I'm being honest, they don't even scare me. If I'm being honest, I've watched the last 2 SWAC championship games, and I will say this: Southern should have won at least one of them. It was some bad play. Oh my God!
They shot themselves in the foot. It always happens.
It was so the play. I'm like, who gets in the goal line and wants to act like y'all passing team now? I don't get it. But we won't talk about that. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, and I mean this. If you think you can run the ball, you can't, because Southern does it 10 times better. That's their thing. That is, and y'all need to get that branded. I'll get that to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get that branded. But other than that, a quarterback like Skelton is great, but in the big games, can he make the big throw? I don't think he can. And that's where, to me, that's that one knock on you guys, because Felix, to me, is not all world. But when he gets going, when he gets in a rhythm, he's unstoppable. I'm not gonna lie to you. When he gets in,
I'm gonna say this. I know Skelton, not personally, but the same way I'm talking to I can talk to Skelton. I'm gonna just go back to the original question, Doc, because we can talk some football. I'm gonna just say, bro, like, you can say Southern would be second place, but like, if you know the SWAC, that's the beauty of the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? It's like any given thing can happen. You know what I'm saying? You can lose one. It's like Southern. We can lose one game that's detrimental to our whole season. That's how the SWAC operates. Now, Bethune-Cookman and his family coming in, you may be able to finesse 2, but I don't know. So I'm gonna say, I don't know about the new coach. I mean, I'm glad he's keeping the same system. I'm gonna say Southern out of pride, but it wouldn't surprise me. Well, I don't know what Alcorn too, because I heard a rumor from a good source that the reason why they didn't compete is because they didn't have a trainer, a weight coach. Yeah, I heard that from a source that, like, a real good source. You know what I'm saying? But so if that's the case over there at Alcorn, I ain't counting them out because you can never count Alcorn out. But Southern Grambling, 1 and 2.
I can't bet on Grambling. Listen, and I know I don't know much about the SWAC. I'm a new. I take that newbie.
That's why. And every time you OFFScript, you have the best excuse ever. You just don't know much about the SWAC. It's just like you will learn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything I'm telling you, and if anybody up here from the SWAC know, dog, it's like Grambling. If we had I hate to say this, when we talking about powerhouses for real. Grambling is a damn powerhouse. Like, that's a powerhouse. Like, they are power. Southern powerhouse too, but they like, you're not about to count Grambling out. All right, watch this. Who the only team that won the Celebration Bowl since they've been here from the SWAC?
Grambling.
Exactly. And every year they went, it's either Southern beat the brakes off them in the Bayou Classic, or either they didn't have the perfect record. They didn't go undefeated, never. You feel me? So. Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, I take stuff. This is what I've realized about SWAC fans and newbies, right? Newbies, we take stuff in the prism, like we're the prisoner of the moment. I see what I see on the field. I don't care about the history. I'm just taking it as is, right? So as is, as a newbie, I'm looking at this G and I'm looking at it and I'm saying this is the new symbol for hefty trash bags. It's garbage. They play like hot garbage with the accent over the E. So listen, I'm not saying the Mississippi Valley State. I won't go that far, but they're on their heels this season. They're not going to be. They might play y'all competitive because that's a rivalry game, but they're not going to be competitive in the SWAC at all. They might just be that one team that's just like they're looking to be a spoiler for other teams, like, oh, we're just gonna mess up y'all record, but they're not gonna be competitive.
I'm gonna take this interview down. I'm gonna download it. And all these words at the end of the season, you're gonna eat them. You're definitely gonna. Listen, go ahead. When
you replay this at the end of the season, and it all comes true, I just want green check marks. Ting. He said that. Ka-ching. He said that. Ka-ching. I'm telling you, they're not gonna have a winning record. I play right now, they're not gonna have a winning record.
I'll take that, bro. And I think what's gonna happen is I think the sides are gonna have to switch one more time. You know why? Because I don't want to say Florida is such a powerhouse and like a big big in football, but you understand what Florida is in football. I think it'd have been way more interesting if they'd have put Bethune and Bethune and FAMU on two different sides.
Yeah, that would have been big.
I think it's going. If it may come down to a point to whereas Bethune, Cookman, and because that side weak, it's weak as fuck. That Jackson State side is weak. Even with Dion, sorry Dion, you got to prove something to me, Doc. Until then, y'all the same Jackson State that I know. The choke on the fucking end zone on the championship, we beat them in 13. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, that side is weak to me. Alabama A&M, you got the SWAC this year, but it's still not impressive. Like, okay, what it is. And UAPB, don't even worry about them. That was a good year. They got more to show me, but I don't know, bro. But I agree in the moment. I can't argue with you. Right now is what I see. Who cares about the past? You're right, but it's one of them things that's gonna come back to hunt you. This is what they always do. It's like I don't know what to say. Like the Falcons. Like the Falcons. They always beat the brakes off people, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to a crunch time moment, they let you down. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. As of, once again, being a moment, being a newbie in the prism, the East is better than the West, period. The SWAC East is top to bottom, is stronger than the West top to bottom. You guys are very top heavy with Alcorn, U, and UAPB. And PV is like, it depends on who shows up.
That's what you're sleeping on. That's a team that'll come. That's a team that'll beat the team that you need to win because they beat you and they'll help you out and push you to the SWAC championship.
This is why I say this East is more. Everybody in the East thinks they can win the SWAC championship. Not everybody in the West feels they can win the SWAC championship.
Okay, hold on. Stay right there. Mine is Bethune, Cookman, and FAMU. Name the East who think they can win.
Jackson State feels they can win it.
Now,
AM just won it. Alabama State not playing with Ryan Nettles in that defense, not playing. Who else? I'm not being on Mississippi Valley State. We're not even that.
All right. Good. Who else?
They're just totally different. That's it. I mean, and then if I add the Florida boys gonna make it. That's 5 teams that know or feel they can win the SWAC. On the West, Alcorn, Southern, and UAPB. Those are the ones that be like, yo.
And the fact that you even saying, listen, I'm gonna just take Jackson State out of it right now because at the moment they still haven't. What did Jackson State prove this year? Besides, we got a lot of publicity because Dion was there. And we're talking about right in the moment on paper. What did they prove? OFFScript? Not a damn thing. We don't want to say.
Go ahead.
We don't want to say it because it's Dion, but I was there. That's gonna be the beauty of this too. I'm at these games. So these people, when they look at and they wait for you to report them, I'm there. Every game, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna send it to you, and I might just get a clip on the side to show you what's going on. But Jackson State didn't do nothing for me this year. It was nice publicity. Everything we expected Dion to do, he did his job publicity-wise. But on that field, they didn't do nothing. They had a weak record. All right, y'all. The SWAC championship was at y'all stadium, and y'all didn't even play. Nevertheless.
Now that is very disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. The SWAC championship being at your stadium, you weren't playing in it. Disrespectful. But look, you if anybody, like I said, anybody in these comments know from Jump Street, I have said you gotta win with what you have. I don't care about this spring and I believe in the fall and all that. So I'm not giving them no passes for the spring. They didn't show up. That's what happened. But college football, as we all know, is about recruiting. And the best gosh darn recruiter in the land of the SWAC is that man Dion Primetime Sanders. Boy, he got everybody and his mama in the bushes in the back waiting to get come out.
And the thing that you forget about, bro, it's like, I don't know your history OFFScript. I don't know, like, did you play football in high school or anything, bro?
College.
Okay, you play high school. What college you play for?
University of New Haven, D2 in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay, that sounds like it's running around my princess and stuff like that. But like I say, the SWAC is a bigger high school. Not as a disrespectful, like not saying it disrespectful, meaning like you can relate to it. Meaning like the bands actually mean something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a family affair. You know your quarterback mama right there loud as hell. It ain't like that with the big SEC and stuff. But that's what make it more interesting and more, you know what I'm saying, play. But what I'm saying is, dog, it's like, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard. I feel you're going for Jackson State, but if Jackson State lose this season, it's not going to be that much of a surprise to me as it's going to be for the newbies. I'm going to say that.
This is the thing, right? This is my thing. Jackson State not winning a SWAC championship is a bust. I don't care what nobody wants. I don't care what the comments say.
I agree.
If they don't win the SWAC, I don't care about getting to the championship. That's an accomplishment in itself because Southern hasn't done it. But if they don't even win it, it's a bust. I don't care what you want to say. Now, granted, Dion's going to have the leverage because now he can say he can go to a kid's couch. He can come to your couch or your sofa and be like, "Yo, you are a missing piece. We just needed this one running back, or we just needed you to block for us," because he's winning. So that's the brand. We all know that's Dion's brand of winning and all that. My thing is this. I say this right now on wax. I bet you Southern does not make it to the SWAC championship. And if they do, I will come on this channel with nothing but baby blue and yellow to rap for Southern if they make it to the SWAC championship.
Columbia blue, my sir. Columbia blue, my sir.
Columbia blue, sky blue, baby blue, powder blue. It don't matter. I ain't gonna be wearing it because I ain't going to the SWAC championship.
Okay, give me one better. Give me one better. Had that same energy about Jackson State that they going.
Oh, they going.
Okay.
Going. That's my bandwagon.
Let me tell you, I feel you know that's what I wanted to say. You know what else accounts for, like, bro, like, I'm sure it was a guy on your high school team that could have played at any conference. He just didn't go anywhere, right? The SWAC is full of that. The SWAC is full of those players that's on the bench that are getting at the end of the season and show you what I was supposed to be. It's full of surprises and gems and hidden gems that you don't know. What Dion is doing is a great thing, but at the same time, he's not. I don't think he's accounting for the players who go into Southern and the other schools to play against him, to beat the brakes off him. Y'all forgetting about those players. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I see why. It's like, you know, it's $1 million program over here at Jackson State. They still ain't showing nothing, so you got to show me something because as right now, it is. When you show me, that's what you were supposed to do anyway because you Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
And see, and that's the thing, and I agree with you on that aspect. He would never get the real credit because you're like, you were supposed to win. You had the deck stacked in your favor with all the players you brought in. You had to. You see what I'm saying? So I'll give you that. Now my next question is, and we'll come back to this one. Southern's new head coach. What are your thoughts?
I'm not gonna even stunt like I know the guy personally, but for our alumni meeting things of that nature, I'm gonna have to go meet him and stuff like that. But I'm just glad, and I told you, OFFScript, we're not impressed by these celebrity coaches. It's Southern University. If you're gonna win, win. I'm glad. I'm glad and I'm worried. I'm glad that we have the same person, somebody in the family that can keep this train going and this energy that we got just build on top of what we got instead of starting over. We don't got time to be starting over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Flip side to that is I know we have a lot of seniors and things on the team. You know what I'm saying? So like, are they recruiting like in the areas? Like I would tell anybody who coaches on here, New Orleans have a powerhouse of kids that come out of Endicott. I know you heard of them in football. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those kids don't even get recruited to SWAC schools. They be going to bull crap like Duke. I don't want to say that. They be going to other schools that I feel like the SWAC could need more of. Jackson State, even Dion, go recruit some of these kids in New Orleans, Louisiana, period. But I don't know the longevity, but I'm confident about this year. So that's what I'm saying. Longevity wise, I don't know his plan because still him too. He the interim head coach. You know what I'm saying? And how I know Southern University works. Even when Coach Odoms won the SWAC championship, he still had some old check marks they had to give him before they can give him his back contract. And it was more stuff why Odom left. It's stuff like, I need to bring my kids on campus early for training camp. Are they going to have meal plans available and house and everything ready for the dorms and stuff? Because Southern, we have like band camps and a lot of camps and stuff where the campus stays busy all semester. So it's a lot of things that Southern put you through. A lot of it's BS, but I don't know as far as that. But yeah.
What does he need to do to stay?
Win.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I felt like I just threw a mousetrap in there. Odoms was winning, but it seems like everybody had a problem with it. So
it's not Odom's problem. I'm gonna go to Norfolk game. I'm gonna give me an Odoms interview because that's my dude. I can call him right now. Odoms, it's a matter. Odoms is a person. He's genuine. He has character. That's the word character. For example, how he was talking about he could have ran the ball down Jackson State throat, but he stopped early in the game and just things like that. Odom is a man of, I give you what I say, you give me what you say you'll give me. Let's keep this promise. You know what I'm saying? Southern University is a school, and I ain't gonna lie, when it come down to politics and like administration, we do a lot of dumbass stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no reason why Odom should have left. You know what I'm saying? Unless we have somebody better than him coming. So you said the answer to your question was he has to win, but when he start winning, because he don't win, you don't even get a chance to start negotiating shit until you start winning. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure Southern is ready for, if you don't win this year, we're gonna get rid of you. There's so many people want that Southern job. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the addition of, Jackson State. For it is.
Because you're such a powerhouse. Anyway, so but this is my thing. To me, when you've been given a winning program, a guy who had, you see what I'm saying? Like, Odoms has never had a losing season. To me, there's more pressure on the interim tag because your ceiling is the SWAC champion. I mean, your minimum is the SWAC championship because that's the only thing you can do to outdo Odoms. That's it. If you make it to the SWAC championship, congratulations. You've done something more than Coach Odoms has done. I mean, you got there, whatever, you won. But now you got to take the next step. So it's like, if you don't win the SWAC championship, it's like, bro, if you don't make it to the SWAC championship, it's like, what are you here for? Especially after having a 4-1 season.
Okay, I hate to say this, bro, but as a newbie, let me school you in on something.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff you got to learn about the SWAC, dog, and you need things that make something like this. Let's say, for instance, Southern have a terrible season and lose all their games, right? Let's say, for instance, Grambling have a terrible season and lose all their games, right? we still have Bayou Classic. Bayou Classic, to me, bigger than the SWAC championship. If you listen. Let me tell you from a character. Let me fill you in on some stuff. It's bigger than SWAC championship, and if you want to be honest, it's bigger than Celebration Bowl. Why? Simply because Louisiana celebrates that motherfucker. Now, let me tell you, I got a point I'm making. Imagine if he could win SWAC championship and Celebration Bowl. You wanna know what Southern gonna tell him? You lost by your glasses. Stuff like that matters. And, and listen, I'm telling you, because even with orders came and win, we won stuff in your tackle. You gotta win by your classic. Because if we lose to Grambling, if your season over, I don't care if you win SWAC championship. Grambling always gonna say, but they ain't beat us. It's like that. Stuff like that, small instances will make HBCU football good. Let Alabama A&M win the SWAC championship, but they lose to Alabama State. You lost the classic. You know what I'm saying? Things like that matter. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, more recruits and celebrities come to those classics. Then they gonna come to SWAC championship. You understand? You figure, dummy, it's big. This is some real HBCU football we talking about. So those championships, yeah, they matter. We want to be the winners. But there's a lot of other stuff that goes in. Let you win the SWAC championship and lose Boom by Classic. Oh, that was nice and all. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing stuff like happen like this. Oh, the football team lost, but the band won. Stuff that really don't matter, but you might think it don't matter, but it's what makes your game pop. It's what makes these fans come. It's what makes the brilliance of this. Let you win SWAC championship, win Boombox Classic, win Bayou Classic. Oh my God! And you win Celebration Bowl. Oh, now we cooking with grease. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta run the table. You gotta run the table.
This thing, yup, LOL, it's facts. It's stuff.
Yeah, everybody facts. Yeah,
it's stuff like you. So as a newbie, you learn about the SWAC championship, which I understand. You see what you see, yada yada yada. But imagine I got one better for you, Mr. Dion, because I like Dion. I wish I could talk to him. I'm gonna pick on him a little bit because I know he's aggressive with his interviews. But check this out. Imagine you win all of them: SWAC, Boombox, Bayou Classic, and National Championship, but not one of your players get drafted. Ooh. It's very possible because it always happens. You feel me? And what's the beauty of this is we don't have NCAT to worry about no more. We don't have FAMU to worry about no more. We don't have Bethune-Cookman to worry about no more. We got other schools like Norfolk and what them people name it. Central State and stuff like that. Them people, whatever it is. Yeah, but it's a lot that goes into it, bro. But I don't know, man. But as far as his position in Southern, I'm pretty sure he know what it takes because he's been there with Odoms through the
so he knows the interest of all the SWAC and what the pageantry, as we call it, the pageantry that goes behind it of what's important and what's not important. But that as a Cowboys fan, I somewhat feel that, right? Because I always say the Cowboys can go 17 games now, but we can go 0-17, or we can go 2-15. As long as we beat the Washington football team, I am happy. I am happy.
You get some certain, long as New Orleans. I'm not even a Saints fan. I hate to say this. I'm not a Saints fan, but I want them to beat the Falcons. I want to beat the Falcons. We can't lose the Falcons. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of, and when you understand that, you understand football. You know what I'm saying? You understand why our pride is that we don't care we lost the UAPB. That's another thing too that I think you need to start implementing. Like when a team loses to a team on the other side, it was cool, but it really don't matter. We can lose to Jackson State. And still they had not a chance to go to SWAC championship, but that's where the SWAC get interesting because like this past year, we lost the UAPB. We beat the brakes off everybody else they beat. But since we ain't beat UAPB, they win. So they didn't have a bad season. They just literally lost to UAPB. That's why the SWAC is so, yeah, man. That's some culture football for you, Doc. But yeah, man.
Man, like you. So just the fact that if he wins the Boombox and he wins the Bayou, but you guys don't sniff the SWAC championship, is that a win?
It's a decent season. He had a decent season. Because think about it. It's like one of them. It's like this. It's like, let's use Alcorn for example, because they've been dominating us, right?
Yeah.
Alcorn is the bully in the classroom, right? Alcorn the bully in the school, right? Southern the bully in every classroom, right? Who gonna laugh at Southern? Because the only person you can't beat up is the person who nobody else in the can beat up. But I can beat the rest of y'all up. That's how the SWAC operates. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna say, Alcorn beat y'all, Alcorn beat y'all too. You feel me? but we beat y'all, so shut up before I beat you again. That's just how it is. That's what makes SWAC football so interesting. So when y'all be talking about who lost and this, that, and the third, Grambling do not talk to me. I respect y'all programming, I really do. But Grambling, if y'all don't be sitting in the back in the SWAC, matter of fact, watch this. I'm gonna have to start tagging you in this. You not in the Rough in the SWAC group on Facebook?
Yeah,
right?
I'm in it.
Okay, when Bayou Classic time come around, like since we're gonna be back in the dome this year, Bayou Classic is gonna be bigger than any game that you name this year. We set out Bayou Classic the whole year. You ever been to Bayou Classic?
Nah, I haven't been.
We're gonna put immediate credentials early. I intern for Bayou Classic. If I get two, I most definitely will give you one. Be on the sidelines with me for the game and the Battle of the Bands, and you're gonna understand what I mean.
Okay.
The classics are bigger than the SWAC. The SWAC, nobody. That's nothing. I'm glad, fam, you came. I got some. I'm glad, fam, you came, and I'm glad. I'm not really too sold on Bethune-Cookman because they fans really don't travel like fam. Because fam Cookman channel, but Southern has the biggest traveling fan base. I don't care. We could be playing Boo Boo the Fool, the whole stadium gonna be playing. Boombox Classic. Sometimes we put more fans in their stadium than they do. We all have traveling fans. But I'm saying to say this: if Southern don't make the SWAC championship, I promise you, it's not gonna be packed. If fam you don't make the SWAC championship, I promise you, it's not gonna be packed. They hold. Well, I seen a tie thing between A&M and UAPB. I think the game should have been at UAPB Stadium because that's the right. But I understand it wasn't their fault they didn't play that many games at A&M. But if the game would have been at A&M, I promise you, not that many A&M. Not that many UAPB fans would have been there. If it had been at A&M, I probably not think same thing, vice versa. But yes, I'm just telling you, SWAC facts. I need to do that. SWAC facts. SWAC facts that makes the game. Now I know that it ain't white and black like you say, it's straightforward there, but all of this makes a damn difference. And when you start talking like that, watch how many you'll get a lot more subscribers.
Well, this is my thing, and this is what us newbies and the Blue Bloods. He has a podcast and YouTube. So he says, how can you claim to be a powerhouse but not care about championships?
Okay. Is the SWAC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This ain't the SEC. Like this ain't. We know if LSU don't beat Bama, they can't go. But believe it or not, that's how the SWAC operates, right? So you take pride in stuff like your classic game. You take pride in stuff like, like so many players of your team making it to NFL. You know what I'm saying? So many people it make it to NFL. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Robb at Grambling. You understand who he is? You know what I'm saying? Let's just if we talking about that's why you can't never shit on Grambling. You know what I'm saying? I feel that comment, bro. But when you talk about who got the most SWAC championships in the SWAC, who it is right now? Should be Alcorn, right? Should be Alcorn. It's Alcorn or Grambling. One of the two.
It's Grambling, and I think you guys might be second or something like that.
Yeah, we may be second. You know what I'm saying? So who don't care about championships? We don't care. But I can say this: who cares about the MEAC? No, I won't do that. Who cares about the?
That's fact, but nobody really does care about. But I feel like I think that's why the mentality of like the new, because what Deion brought was an influx of newbies. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like kind of like the old 1940s, the gold rush going out to California. That's how people kind of came into the SWAC. Like,
I like that comment. He said, not to mention Southern does not have as many NFL Hall of Famers as JSU, but they're a powerhouse. Let me stay right there. Okay, bro. And that's what makes Southern that much more interesting. I don't want shit on other schools like this, but watch this. Okay, before Deion, I like saying before Deion. Next year Southern playing LSU, right?
I didn't know that.
Oh God, now we talking. Now we click on Greece. They playing Grambling too, right? The following year, right? You didn't know that either.
Who's playing LSU?
Grambling playing LSU, right?
Okay.
Let me show you another thing. Let me show you what this about to do. You think we give a fuck? I'm gonna say that. But we got, because I like doing this for Southern recruits. if you go to besides Jackson State, right? Name another school in the SWAC that you would have went to as a high school player. Don't say Southern.
It would have been the Southern. It would have been Southern.
Okay, besides Southern.
Grambling.
Besides Grambling. Exactly.
Maybe PV. Maybe.
Okay, exactly. I don't care what y'all talk about. At the end of the day, I'm about to mention the powerhouse thing. The Bayou Classic, fool. You understand the Bayou Classic you played in the Superdome? You understand the whole city of New Orleans be there? I don't know if you ever came to New Orleans before. You come to New Orleans, you come with me. You understand that if Southern has a losing season, they still have a game that will be bigger than any championship that you play. That's crazy, right? Southern, we flashy over here. You know what I'm saying? We are the school, because all HBCUs in the project. We in the school in the project, but we get new shoes for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We got a flyer spit on. We got 24s on our ride. The stuff that actually matters in our culture. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Having the same thing. It's the stuff that us brag about. Like OFFScript, you might have been the fastest dude in the school. Another dude beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like in the MEAC, he beat you, but you beat the whole SWAC. Who we still look up to? OFFScript, because none of us could be him. We are a powerhouse for more than reason just championships. Brother, we are a winning team. Let's not act like we not a winning team, right?
No, I'll give you that. You guys have a winning record. You guys think you do win. So let's not act like I won't say that you guys don't win. I just kind of feel that you guys like second place, but that's neither here nor there. But my thing is this though. I feel like with your analogy of being in the hood getting Christmas shoes, it's kind of like, you know, you look rich, but you really broke. That's what it comes off to me, is that you're putting this display on like, oh, we this, but then when you really get underneath the surface, you're like, what do you really have?
Versus everybody being broke in the hood. All the rest of the right. So look, we all broke. Don't get it twisted. We all broke, but we are hood rich, and y'all just literally broke. You understand? Like y'all are literally broke. Like that's what I'm talking about when it comes down to sports and the winning concept. When people understand, OFFScript, don't let this guy feed you this food. Listen. When it's more than championships. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about, all right, I'm gonna say this. If we want to really make this argument valid, I like Dion could be the next thing to get us really a national black championship game. But like some stuff like this happens, like so whereas like it's some kind of way we can play Tennessee State in a bigger championship. You know what I'm saying? Or like is a possible way that two teams from the SWAC can go to the Celebration Bowl. You feel me? Like but amongst us, that's just how the SWAC been operating. You gotta go amongst us. You can have a winning record and lose one game, but you still lost. So you mean to tell me you're gonna penalize a team because they lost one game? Alabama could lose one game and still go to the national championship, right?
That's facts.
Unless you can do it, right?
That's facts.
Everybody can do it, but the SWAC can't. So when we talk about champions, if you really want to be honest, besides Valley, I'm gonna say besides UAPB because they were the last time they won championship. I want to say it was 12. There was 12, I think. And besides Texas Southern, maybe every team in the SWAC win the teams, and it's any given Sunday. You know what I'm saying? They had some point in these few years that we've been having these ABCs around that they win the team. Southern care about fucking Bayou Classic. Thank God for Dion. I want to see the SWAC look for FBS schools, and can we talk over? What's your name? That's another. Cause I could go in about that.
That's my. That was gonna be my next question. Is my follow-up question would be: do you think the SWAC needs to play more out of conference games?
Yes, and we do it, and that's what I want. That's what I think. That's when I think Jackson State team gonna be off battle tested. Let's say, for instance, if Jackson State start dominating the SWAC, which he should do, right? He should start dominating the SWAC. When it's his turn to play these money games, as the HBCU call them, he should be beating them. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. Let me take this caller real quick. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to us.
Yo, man, this is Q from Alabama, man. I got a question for Smashtime Production.
What up, Doc?
So he said that if they win the Boombox, they win the Bayou Classic. They pretty much are safe, right? They don't care about the SWAC championship. They don't care about.
I did not say that. I did not say that, Doc.
2019, they won the Boombox. 2019, they won the Bayou Classic, but they lost to Alcorn twice. So why did Southern only give Dawson Odoms a 1-year contract if they only care about the Boombox and the Bayou Classic?
All right, first of all, I did not say that. We was making an example towards understanding culture. Am I correct, Script? Yeah, I wasn't saying that we don't. Who not care about the damn championship? I'm talking about when you understand the culture of, because you from which state from?
Are in the culture, gotcha.
In the culture, right? Because it's easy for a team to lose one game and then not even make the SWAC championship. Look at Southern this year. You lost one game, but then you make the SWAC championship, right? Yeah. That's only what I was saying. Yes, we care about the SWAC. I did not say that for y'all who just listening, who just tuning in. Yes, but at the same time, what I am saying is that like those games make a damn difference. To matter of fact, I think it was 14 or 15. It was a big thing around our school that they gave they gave Coach O that little clause, like you got to win this to get a bonus, something like that. And we was very mad about it because he had just won a SWAC championship. So that's what I was saying with that Doc, most definitely. So if that's the case, bro, how long Alcorn been winning? Like if we any old people on here like who know about SWAC before I was even born, before you was born, like who really that's the question. Who really the SWAC powerhouse team? Name. Because if you were talking about these recent championships that Alcorn got, I give them a given, but you disrespecting Grambling. You disrespecting
with Eddie Robinson. Yeah, gotcha.
So when we talk about these powerhouse, that's why I would say this powerhouse thing goes to the legacy of your school, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what in a SWAC. In a SWAC is concerned.
I'm glad you put a caveat on that. Because I'm gonna say powerhouses anywhere else is always recent because you only can that okay, once again. That's like me being a Cowboys fan, walking around here talking about we a powerhouse, and everybody like, bro, you haven't won a championship since '96. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how the SWAC feels when it comes to that. Is saying that they living in the past so much that look, we in the present now, and then presently y'all ain't doing nothing. Like that's
okay. I would take that. I like that. Okay, you're right. I like that. But at the same time, you're right. So if we talking about the present, we gonna say Alcorn a powerhouse, right?
Right.
That means are we literally saying Alcorn just they run a SWAC, or like there's no room for nobody else to be a powerhouse? Because if that's the question, who next in line for the powerhouse? When the last time he went to a SWAC championship?
Whoa. You said
hold on.
Wait. And first of all, it was I think 2014, 2013 against UAPB. Was that the game?
No, it was 13 when we beat them. Thank you very much.
Okay. But my thing
and they were stupid for letting their coaches go because they went in 12-2 and lost. So Jackson State, that's the thing that you need to learn, OFFScript. Coaches and teams in the SWAC, like Jackson State, which is so stupid, they'll find a winning situation. But since that guy can't win a SWAC, they'll get rid of him. They'll get rid of him. We only want to win. They don't worry about building. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they also don't have the opportunity as Southern and Grambling to get a Bayou Classic. You know what I'm saying? To have something else to look forward to. It's so messed up, but them classics make a damn difference in your powerhouse, I guess, ranking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I like this question. Are you basing it off championships or building a program? So I'm going to give my opinion, you give your opinion. My opinion of a powerhouse is strictly championships. You can beat Georgia in the SEC and have a great program under the new, they got Kirby Smart over there doing this thing. They win about 8 to 9 games a year, but they lose to Alabama every year. You're not a powerhouse. I don't care what you're talking about. It is strictly championships for me. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to win it every year, but you have to be in contention to be one and then have won one. You don't want to repeat that. You don't want to be the Buffalo Bills, and that's what you are. You guys are the Buffalo Bills in the 90s. You lose every time you get there. So let's not act like y'all not.
Technically, no, because at the same time, your second sentence was you got to be in contention to be there. So the SWAC doesn't have. Okay, is it safe to say the SWAC doesn't have room for more than one powerhouse? That's my question. Is it safe to say, because of y'all logic, y'all are literally saying the SWAC only has room for one powerhouse team?
That is
That's what y'all saying.
Listen. Only one team can win the championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason it makes you a powerhouse is when you're Alcorn, when you go back to back, you're back-to-back champions. That's a powerhouse. You are building something, and you are the
Stay right there. We going back to back. We just saying win. We
that means we're a powerhouse, man.
No, bro. You guys, okay. So if we're not a powerhouse, what the rest of the teams is? Answer that.
We're not a powerhouse either.
So you basically saying we beat, and that's why I'm basically trying to let y'all understand the SWAC, dog. The SWAC is very different and very interesting. It's like you saying, fuck the rest of the team. Clemson not a powerhouse. They're in the front door, but they're not a powerhouse. How the fuck you not? Listen, y'all saying, I rather y'all stick saying the champion, and you can be a powerhouse and just not win a damn championship. That's totally fine.
You can't.
It's just different for the SWAC because the SWAC
you can't.
The SWAC doesn't have the opportunity.
Let me give you something, right? Let me give you something. Let's say out of 3 years, Southern won 1 and Alcorn won 2. I would give y'all and you came back the 4th year, lost again. I would give you. I would say, you know what? Y'all are powerhouse. They just got your number. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep running through your division and keep making it up there. So I can't knock you in that sense. But you haven't won one. That's my thing. In these past few years, you have not won one. I don't care.
Let's go. Let's do a 10 year synopsis, right? 10 is easy years, right? 2010.
I'm going to Southern Wikipedia right now.
No. Let's go to SWAC Championships Wikipedia. I'm about to ask you because now we about to base some shit. 10 years. My freshman year was 2010. I graduated 2016, right? Now watch this. Pull it up, because we can pull it up too.
You know I am.
I was definitely. I feel like y'all being unfair to other SWAC teams too. Like the SWAC is just that much different. SWAC championships.
All right, here it comes. All right, can you see that?
Hold on, where we at? Okay, go from 2010. All right. What a winner? The highlighted team is the winner?
Yeah, Texas Southern.
Okay, hold on. So PV, watch it. My argument with y'all is very unfair to say there's one powerhouse. Now watch this. Because our conference is so small, it really depends. So watch this. So PV won one, right? They got one out of the last 2 years, right? Take Southern won that game.
Which one?
I mean, my bad. Go to 10. We start on 10.
Yes.
Southern won 1.
Yep.
Grambling won 1, right? Yep. Pine Bluff won in 12. That's when the boy caught the longest pass in history from New Orleans. Southern won 1, right?
Yeah.
Right? Alcorn won 1, right? So at 2014, the only person who been so 1, 2, 3, Southern went, Alcorn won that motherfucker. I take that bit. Grambling, I take that bit. So Grambling went more times than Southern. Alcorn went 4. They went the last 4 years in a row, right? They won 2, they lost 2.
They went the last 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the last 6 years they've been in the SWAC championship.
Now watch this. Southern we won in 13. We win in 14.
You lost in 14.
I said we win. All right, yeah, we lost in 14, right? Grambling, that's 3. So right here at 2019, Southern is tied. 1, 2, no, Southern we beat Grambling. We went 4, they went 3. Alcorn really is the only powerhouse there is. So the next person in third place for a possible powerhouse is Arkansas Pine Bluff because they won in 12 and they went this damn year. Let's look at A&M, the champions. When the last time the motherfuckers been? In 11? They kind of tied. So my argument with everybody is like the SWAC is that much interesting. If we gonna literally, everybody want to win. Let's get that in a second. We want to win the SWAC championship. Let's go at the end. We want to win the SWAC championship. Let's go at the end. We want to win the SWAC championship. I'm telling y'all that right now because I promise you, if Bethune-Cookman and FAMU would have still been in the MEAC, it was gonna be hard for a SWAC championship to win, a SWAC team to win again. Because Alcorn been all them years, but you couldn't be a MEAC team. You couldn't be the MEAC team, right? Am I right?
No, that's facts. That's facts.
If we talk about the championship, we talk about just the SWAC championship. So our argument with y'all is, if you understand SWAC sports, if you if you're looking forward to winning the SWAC championship, the possibility of that out of them 8 teams is slim to none. So also, I will give you out of your definition, OFFScript, Alcorn runs the SWAC. They do.
They do.
They do it. They do. They run the SWAC.
All right, let me take this caller real quick. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to us.
What's going on with you guys, man? First and foremost, I respect and appreciate both you guys' platform. And to speak a little bit on SWAC history, man, as far as Southern is concerned, man, they're always historically been a great program.
Let's go to the national back championships.
Yep.
Let's go to them. Let's go to them.
Every year, Coach Gordon at JSU didn't win it every year. Eddie Robb didn't win it every year at Grambling. But one thing we can all say is they had historic programs. As far as the Dawson Odom's era at Southern, I felt like he had a good program overall as well, even though they couldn't win it every year. Just like Cummings had a great run at JSU and couldn't win it every year. However, for the accountability and credibility for the entire conference of the SWAC, I feel like the best move for the whole entire conference would be Deion Sanders being a commissioner. And I say that because he's earned the right to say, okay, I desire my son to play at this particular university and for the team to kind of be built around him. And I'm not saying that that's fair. I said he's earned the respect and the right to be able to do that. And number one, he brought in immediate endorsements, and he brings accountability and a respectability, as well as a keeping a watchful eye over the whole entire conference, because we've lacked that as a people, the accountability and the credibility to do right by the funding of both our band programs and our athletic programs as a collective. And there has to be somebody that will step in and step up to keep a watchful eye to keep things even, because as we see right now within the whole conference, nothing is even, man. So I just need to spit out there and put it even.
That's right now.
So let me ask you. So are you saying that Deion should step away from the coaching and become the commissioner of this? I just want to make sure that's what I'm hearing you say. He should be. First of all, I didn't get your name too.
Yeah,
so what's your name?
Yeah, this is Big John. This is John.
Okay.
Big John, man. This is John out of a graduate of JSU. I'm saying that right now he'd be better served for what he's doing through upliftment and building the powerhouse and building this program at JSU. And I get it. I get it that it seems like it's tailored to his son. And I'm saying this. I'm saying because of his pedigree and because of everything that he's accomplished in that particular sport, he's earned the right to do that. And what the SWAC needs as a collective is a person like that holding every SWAC school accountable to its athletics, to its students, as well as its band programs. And I'm gonna say this as being a grad.
Where you went?
Absolutely nothing that the HBCUs have to offer that any other top university in the country has to offer, except for its culture and its band programs. And the sports is kind of building, but that's who we are historically. That is the culture. You can't find our culture anywhere else on the planet. So we have to make sure that we have accountability across the board, representing the culture of what we have to offer, because we don't stand a chance to even try to even lie like we're outputting the same education that the top universities in the country are putting out.
Okay.
We don't have that kind of we don't have that infrastructure at all. But what we do have by having a face like him is starting to develop the credibility and the responsibility of starting to build the infrastructure, because he has all of these things attached to him. I'm right here, right outside the city of Jackson, and I'm seeing where we slap paint on a wall or fix the building, or we put a new a lounge in, things that we could have done prior to him getting here.
John.
So I'm telling you,
John.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
John. Hold on. Okay. What HBCU did you go to?
I went to JSU. I graduated from JSU. I played at JSU. I went to JSU.
All right, go ahead.
John. I love a lot of stuff what you said. Let me get you some of that too. Back to one comment somebody made, I'm gonna touch on that. We always like Southern won the championship but couldn't make a Celebration Bowl. They just started the Celebration Bowl back in what year? I think it was like 2015, yeah. So that's a new thing, which I personally do think the Celebration Bowl is like a tax write-off. Give them something to shut up. That's just how I feel that with the Celebration Bowl is. Sorry, boy, you right. I've been saying, besides Deion Sanders, like everybody, the rumors about he just won't go there build a dominant program so he can move up to another bigger conference to show that he can actually be scored. I never thought about that, and it's hard for me to get props now. You're right.
Hold on, John. Let him finish. Hold on, John. Let him finish. Go ahead, Smash.
If Deion Sanders could go be the commissioner for this mother lover, you know what I'm saying, and make all the schools even more money, more funding, because I've been to a SWAC championship myself and we didn't get no warm-ups. We didn't have a weekend event for us. It's so the HBCUs don't have even enough money to give you a proper championship game or a proper bowl game. I wish my grandma had to show you the SWAC championship room ring we got from 2013. It's nice, but it's not better than the championship ring that the marching band got for LSU when LSU won. Oh, y'all didn't know the band got a championship ring? That's crazy, right? But anyway, that's another story for that day. We just don't have the resources. We don't. Boy, you're right. But would Deion do that? Would Deion risk his, I want to be a coach, I could prove and bring my, because if that's his overall goal is to bring awareness and money to HBCUs, right? Would he be willing to be the commissioner? But let me tell you one thing that's gonna stop that. Let me say that won't stop that. We can't just kick out everybody who's been here. You know what I'm saying? All these people who just been doing. I always tell you about that OFFScript. You're a new HBCU band media source, and most likely you no doubt about it. You can because Jackson State and everything they got coming on, right? What about HBCU game day who've been here, right? Would it be fair to them for them not to be the official media of this new regime that Jackson State will be in? Politics. The things that keep HBCUs down will not let something like that, like Jackson State, happen. And do you agree with me, Doc? Call on the phone.
Hey, John, it's on you.
I think John left.
Hello?
Say that last part again.
He said,
last part again.
Talk about politics. Go ahead, Smash.
Do you think politics would stop that from happening with Deion Sanders between the everybody who's been in the SWAC all these years? Do you think they'll just jump and make him commissioner?
Okay, no, I don't think that would stop. I don't think politics would stop it because people of color have a huge. What's needed for the whole entire collective is that, and I have to use an example of a preacher. That person that's holding the whole entire body accountable for what's happening. So let's take for instance, if we looked at the SWAC championship game, regardless of if our teams, like you from Southern, I'm from JSU, and we love, you know how we get down. If we didn't play each other, why wasn't it a collective idea to support the SWAC wholeheartedly from everybody? So we have to have somebody in that represents that kingship or that represents that idea of saying, don't let somebody beat you given. Don't be better outside of your comfort than you are inside of your comfort. And I'm sorry, nobody's going to pay attention to somebody like him is going to actually talk and like these platforms like Smashtime, just like OFFScript, who are actually holding people accountable and bringing more awareness. So he could be the champion or the drum major of bringing that notoriety to the conference and holding the individual schools. See, this is really self-sabotage. We've done it to ourselves. We're not always getting the short end of the stick. We get top heavy when it comes to administration, and then we don't give funding to band programs. We don't give funding to the athletics, and we forget our band programs is the only thing that differentiates us from every university on the planet.
Exactly, and it keeps our schools
that everybody knows. We only have our coach.
It keep our schools out of financial exigency. You know how many schools probably would be closed if they didn't have these band programs? That's why, like OFFScript, another thing too. We could come back and talk about this another thing, Doc, about the importance of marching band. Bethune-Cookman probably wouldn't be open if they didn't have a band. The school was in before this last thing that Trump did before he got out of office. The school was about to close because of financial reasons. What happened to your favorite band from Drumline? With the Morris Brown, real spill, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, you lost their accreditation, right? You know what I'm saying? One, the band program started going down, you got that many students coming. So our schools are hanging on by a damn thread. So we do need resources. So now I'm about to use my resources, my platform, which is very big in the SWAC culture. I think Deion need to be a commissioner. You know what I'm saying? I get he won't be a coach, he won't coach his son to create this dynasty, but I do think a better position for him will be as commissioner or somebody who could bring the resources. Give everybody a damn class again. That's some fake stuff right there. I like that, dog.
Appreciate the call, John.
Okay,
I got another caller. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah,
good?
Kurt B, man, representing 123 from the NO.
What up, Doc?
Okay, yeah, I'm just talking about, the last guy, he was pretty cool what you're talking about, man, but we got to look at the SEC versus the SWAC. The SEC versus the SWAC, the SEC got all the facilities and the militaries. I heard my guy saying that LSU going to play Southern on the schedule. That's going to be LSU versus Southern. Come on, man, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic just showed one thing about football this year.
They don't care about black schools.
They showed that in front of LSU playing in front of 80,000 people. Southern playing in front of about 30,000.
Listen. Hold on. Do not compare SEC to the SWAC. Don't do it. You're going to get hurt.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why too, Doc. Okay, y'all know. Remember when Georgia played Southern and dude Devon Gales? He got hurt. Y'all remember that? You know about that? If y'all know Devon Gales, he was a Southern player. He got hurt. And Georgia did everything. They gave his mom a new house, so many thousands of dollars, all kind of stuff, rehab, what the woo.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all earlier was saying we need to play more FBS games. Y'all know how dangerous that is. Let me tell you, my high school, I went to Old Prairie Walker High School in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't even the best, but some of the stuff and facilities that we had training-wise was better than the colleges that I played for. You feel me? Like I'm saying, it's in Texas. Y'all understand how Texas get down to football. You understand how Florida get down to football. Some of them schools would just, Allen High School would smash every SWAC school facility-wise. You understand that? So we only play these games for money games, and I've been saying we need to stop playing these big schools because it's real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? We want the money, we want the exposure. Like we played Georgia, we had a nice first quarter against Georgia, but before the game got out of hand, you know what I'm saying? That LSU game when Southern played is gonna be packed than a damn national championship. You know what I'm saying? Because simply, well, if it was an LSU, simply is the culture, and we want to always see Southern and LSU play. Stories go that LSU and Southern used to play back in the day. Southern used to beat the bricks off of LSU back before the black players started going to schools. So playing bigger schools is not the answer. It's not. It's bringing our players back home. That's gonna be the answer to get these black schools.
And I think that's what goes back to the promotion of Dion being a commissioner of the SWAC is having that head figure to know that his vision is bigger than just what we've been doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to need somebody to bring you out of that. And I think that's what Dion as a commissioner would do. All right, let me take this next caller real quick. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's going on? This TT. What's up with you, Scott?
What's up, TT? Hey, man, don't get in here talking about some breaking down all the FCS schools. Stay on topic now. Stay on topic.
I am. As far as like HBCUs playing bigger schools, they should take it like step by step, like the SWAC. You shouldn't play no powerhouse like LSU. You should play the lower FBS schools. Like you got Smashtime, so y'all can compete. You can get it as a measuring stick. You don't want to demoralize your players either, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Hurt them, period.
And as far as like y'all comparing like FBS to FCS, y'all should compare HBCUs to these, like you saying, LSU, don't compare them to that. Y'all should be comparing HBCUs to like Jacksonville State or like Kennesaw State or JMU or something like that.
Kennesaw State.
And y'all want to, a lot of people in SWAC, y'all don't take ideas from other conferences. It's not selling out because you look at another conference and you take an idea and you make it fit the HBCU. You don't have to do exactly what they do, but you look at them and take ideas from them. You know what I'm saying?
It get bigger than that, Doc. You know why it get bigger than that? It get bigger than that because a lot of y'all don't know. I don't know school, like things start happening with HBCUs when I was in school from 10 to 16. For example, PV have literally the nicest facility out of everybody in the SWAC, but it's simply because they're now under the Texas A&M system. So technically, PV school is not named PV. It's called PV at Texas A&M. Low key, that's a whole other story. When they want to close a lot of these schools and make them one college, like all the small schools, like Kahoma College is a black school, and they'll close Valley and they'll close Kahoma just to make it all Jackson State and put it under the Mississippi State system. So whatever Tennessee State is doing, you know what I'm saying? Because Tennessee State, one of the only HBCUs I know with an Endo damn stadium. You know what I'm saying? We need to take a note from them, but it's not as easy as saying that when they want to close these HBCUs anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to be begging when you barely open. Hold on. It's hard to be begging when you barely
open. What you saying, I don't, now take this though. UP, what you say, what's it called? Prairie View? University of Prairie View? Now, they might not necessarily be doing, they might not, right?
I'm telling you what they're doing. I know for sure. They're under the Texas A&M system. Meaning like, you know how now I was a teacher too as well, y'all. How it breaks down, the state gives the education money, right? The state breaks it down to all the smaller schools. For example, we brag about Southern being the only HBCU system. We have 5 campuses: New Orleans, Shreveport, Law School, Nursing School, and Engineering, right? They give all us money. They want to close us down just so they can give us that amount of money and get the rest of the flagship university of the state. You know what I'm saying? All those other school states. So we're barely open as it is. There's a lot of, like, you got to know the struggles of an HBCU before you ask them for a lot of stuff. On top of the politics of these HBCUs, which you name one that didn't have it, it's administration. People over there be taking money off of the top. You know what I'm saying? So we killing ourselves administratively, and we getting the shot in the state from the states that our school in. Most name of HBCU that in a racist state. I'll wait for it. Exactly. They don't even care about it.
I don't give you something similar to that. Similar to what you're saying. It's going to sound real similar about you talking when they close them down. Now, Scotty from Maryland. So up here, all these HBCUs, they not broke. And they got like Morgan State is in a good part of Baltimore. They got a top engineering school in the state and all that. And they sorry. Their football team is sorry. If you go up there, they hanging with the top FCS school. Towson is like a small college park, if not better. Now, Morgan State facilities might not be exactly what Towson. Let's say Towson facilities is 10. Morgan State is like 7.5 and 8. So they just need a coach. They don't need nothing else on top of that. And what you saying, Smash, what they did with Maryland, every school in Maryland, they got them under, they call it the Maryland system. It's still an HBCU, but it's so if you at Coppin or you at Morgan, you can go take classes at College Park. You can go take college at any PWI, Stevenson, any college. All your credits transfer, and they still a black school. But every school is on the same educational level. Let me
tell you what you just said that's very different from what I'm saying. You just said they made all them schools under one. Let me tell you. You just say they made all them schools up there under one system, correct?
He said Maryland.
Correct. And under Maryland, it sounds like a Maryland education system. Am I correct?
Correct. It's called the University of Maryland Education System.
He said Maryland Education System.
Or the University of Maryland. Yes. Listen, bro. I feel that, but like us at Southern, like I wish y'all could come. OFFScript, I'm gonna bring you to Southern one day. Like our school sit on Scotts Bluff is the highest part of the Mississippi River. You know how part of the Mississippi River is to the south. You understand, right? The goal is to, or what's projected to, put all these schools under the flagship school system and eventually close them motherfucker. Because if you don't own it, if you don't own your name anymore, right? And we feeding you, right? We can do anything we want to, right? Technically, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fan of that, putting your school under no system. And what's different about us and y'all up there, the North is better than the South education-wise, right? Right? Am I right or wrong? Y'all free. We literally 30, 50, 60 years from, you know what I'm saying? Not too far from being in town, you know what I'm saying? Getting hung and stuff. So it's different when you talk about the SWAC. Let's say the SWAC is where we at towards the schools up there. Y'all most worst school might, I don't want to say that. That's another stuff from there. But I feel you though. I feel you. I feel what you're saying, Doc.
Yeah, it's all right. Take it easy.
I appreciate it.
It's hard.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's John Houston.
All right.
Look, I I hear what you said. The SWAC commissioner, the SWAC itself. There are a lot of issues. Well, me personally, I think the SWAC commissioner should have never have signed an exclusive contract with ESPN.
What you say? You gotta speak a little clearer.
All right, hold on. Me personally, I think the SWAC commissioner should have never signed that exclusive contract with ESPN.
I agree.
I think that it ties the hand of the schools, and I'll say it this way: the contract that the SWAC has been signing with the schools has put us in a position to where when A&T was going to leave the MEAC, the SWAC didn't even have the money or the ability to give them interest, that their interest would be covered.
But hold on. Let me ask you this question real quick. Why would the SWAC care about what A&T is doing?
He meant the MEAC.
No matter, I'm saying any school, really and truly, the SWAC should have enough money to buy the MEAC out and merge the two conferences. And then command if they were going, even if they signed an exclusive contract with ESPN, it would break down to $15 to $20 million per school. That would put them in the $1.2 billion range, like the SEC or some of the smaller divisions under the SEC. They get $1.2, $3.5 billion contract with ESPN. They get prime placement. But this contract that they did sign with ESPN.
Hold on. Go ahead, Smash. What you say?
This is why I love HBCU football, because not one time ever have y'all even talked about the SIAC. I'm at SIAC games. That's HBCU football too as well. That's actually why you playing. The SIAC about to become a more dominant conference than the MEAC.
That's the one. That's what San Bernardino State, Fort Valley,
Miles College, Kentucky State. Kentucky State beat the brakes off Jackson State last time they played them in the Circle City Classic in Indianapolis. I was there, very much so. But yeah, so it's like that SWAC buying the MEAC. I don't know what's about to happen to the MEAC. That's a good option, but it's only so many teams you can put in the damn conference, right? You don't want to, unless you get like the.
The reason why is because the distance travel and how much it would cost the schools. But when we sign those contracts, the contract breaks down to what the schools have the budget to travel. But also, too, the money should also go into the communication department. I mean, think about this. When Jackson State played and they had that goal line touchdown where they had to run replay, you could tell it was underfunded because you only had one angle for the replay. Now go watch the Clemson game. You got 6 different angles. Because they have invested money in the communication department.
Another reason why, bro. Another reason why I agree. Donald can play that too, but we gotta stop acting like, am I the only person off script? You gonna start coming to some of these games, bro? It's bigger than if. Let's say, for instance, if everything goes like we planned, these schools get contracts, everybody get a nice stadium with multiple replays and stuff like that. I hate to give y'all the harsh reality things, but who cares besides off script? Who cares besides HBCU game day? Let's start being real with ourselves, right? Y'all don't even come to some of these HBCU games. I've been to a SWAC championship where it was less than 20,000 people in the whole stadium. You feel me? Like we can get everything we cry for. Who's gonna start coming to these games?
That's fact. Listen, ESPN can only sell headlines. ESPN can only sell interest. If there is no interest and there is no headlines, what are they selling? You get what I'm saying? Like they
I put it this way: when you go to any big time white school or even a small white school, you go in the stadium, you see corporate sponsors of companies owned by white people, right?
Right, with numbers. You talking some?
You go to HBC. You go to an HBC school. Now we got black billionaires, black millionaires, black thousandaires, and own corporations all over this country. We don't even support our own. But and I understand what you're saying. Dion would come in if Dion was SWAC commissioner, he would hold people's feet to the fire and he would demand participation on all levels on both sides. But you can't get away from the fact that if you're a doctor or a dean that's teaching communication, so you're trying to teach people how to operate in the corporate America, and you can't even go get a consultant to come in and show you, recommend the equipment that your department would purchase so that you can film and produce your own sports games. That's the difference between SWAC and the SIAA.
Go ahead. Hold on.
Let me tell y'all this.
Hold on, Swag.
Let me tell you, Doc. So Smashtime Productions, I throw Battle of the Bands events, and they all be packed. You can just look on my channel. Not to brag or to my own horn, but let me tell you one thing. I interned for the Bayou Classic, right? My junior year and my senior year in college. I wanted to know the ins and outs of how this thing worked, right? For the longest, since I was a little boy, it was always called the State Farm Bayou Classic. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? Yes, I know I'm right. So you got to tell me facts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was learning in these corporate meetings, we plan all year from August to November to get sometimes January to November for this upcoming Bayou Classic. I wondered why State Farm stopped sponsoring the Bayou Classic Battle of the Bands, i.e. the biggest publicized classic. Now, our classic don't be packed in Magic City, but it'd be more exclusive, more fire. One reason why all states funded the Bayou Classic so long is black people. What they sell? Insurance, right? I hate to say that. Y'all got that? Do I need to break that down to anybody else? Insurance, black, you understand why, right? HBCU is about black people. These last couple years, it's been called the such and such Bayou Classic, Battle of the Bands, and which one call them. They've been open to more sponsors. So like it'd be like 6 or 7 different people sponsoring the Bayou Classic whole weekend event. Let me tell you, I went a step further. I interned for the radio station that owns the Fan Fest outside of the Bayou Classic. So while the game going on, they got different artists and stuff going outside at this fair, like any bowl game. Y'all been to these games, y'all understand, right? Dog, it's so depressing that like you need 6 or 7 SKU game. Sponsors ain't gonna sponsor nothing if they don't see a reason to sponsor it, right? We gonna sponsor the Bayou. We gonna sponsor Bayou Classic. Why? Because we know people won't come to this. Why would I sponsor PV versus Texas Southern? I mean, Mississippi Valley versus Texas Southern. Why would I sponsor that kind of game? You understand me? Dion not there. Incat not there.
Yeah.
Southern not there. Graham not there. So
I understand what you're saying, but I did my intern with Cliff Channel. I worked at ADC. I worked at Fox. I worked at CNN. So I'm telling you, on the inside level, people looking at us like it's a joke. Because if you don't
agree
own money. All right, when Sean John was making $400 million a quarter, did they have a logo in the stadium? When Robert West, the black billionaire, owned the telecom industry and started putting telecom all over the world, did he have a logo in the stadium? So you talking about the Bayou Classic? That's just one game on one channel.
That's what I'm saying.
You got 200 other channels and 75 hedge funds with $10 billion plus. You mean to tell me the SWAC commissioner can't find $1? What I'm saying? This is a contract when you left all that money on the table. Stop playing.
Listen. ESPN is the biggest, is the one that we want to know. But who cares about a game on booboofufu.am? Who cares about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of other channels that maybe can afford this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you one simpler. Right? If you don't have certain cables, you can't even watch ESPN. Right? How many black families you know and poor families that don't even have cable? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Mississippi. You feel me? Like, so let's do. My thing is, I get what you're saying, bro, but sometimes you got to be realistic.
And to me, that's where it goes back to using what you have. We have internet, right? There shouldn't be that much issue to broadcast your game over the internet. Now, then you can base the numbers of interest that, because I can tell you from Cut Day, from me, anything that was being I think the Alabama A&M game I streamed once got over I think I had 600 viewers. One time I got up to 5,000 viewers on my stream alone. So I'm like, people are interested, but don't make it work it to where it funds the school, it benefits the school. Have the school have its own YouTube channel, and you just live stream the game through them.
And y'all need help with let me tell y'all, bro. Let me tell you where the money comes from. Not to go back. Look at my channel last week. I flew to 7 HBCUs, right? 2 Texas Southern and Alcorn. I went and recorded all of their clips, right? When we had private recordings of them, right? Got on my YouTube channel, right? Invited both band directors on there, and they had a battle. So Cut Day, one band called a song, I live streamed that one. Other band, we had an actual battle. Tune in. I did it for both conferences. I did it for that one. I did a freeway battle between Mississippi Valley to put them on the map. Langston, a new school over there. They're not new, but they program is new bandwise to put them on the map in Kentucky State, because that's why I cross Kentucky Science, and that's my new school I'm rocking with. I by myself, little old Smashtime got over 2 million views. Out of all of those people, you know what I'm saying? Like out of all of those events, every artist that those like some of the songs that got played, multiple artists repost the videos on Instagram. It's right there on my Instagram, right there on my platform. My point is to tell y'all this. One thing that works is numbers. Numbers don't lie. I can post a video of the Southern University dancing dolls at a game. I'm going to get way more views than OFFScript, HBCU game day, anybody cut day sport. I'm going to get more views than that because it's simply the interest at heart. My whole thing is we have to support our own. Who's going to want to sponsor something if we're not showing up to these games, bro? And then who's going to want to sponsor something that's on like a boo-boo foo-foo little network? Yes, I get it. We shouldn't have signed the contract, but something at this point is better than nothing, right? Am I right?
That's true. That's true.
Bro, it's just crazy, man. Like numbers don't lie, Doc. Like it's mainly because I'm in it. I'm in it, and this is what I do for a living. That I understand. Like I'm at a game when nobody else in the game. Y'all want me to start posting pictures of these games that y'all so-called be happy about? You know what I'm saying? That how these stadiums be empty. They love to see fans, love to see, watch them. My whole thing is viewership counts. Viewership counts, bro.
Let me take this last caller. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's going on, Script and Smashtime?
It's good.
Hope you guys content. As you can see in some of the comments I made, well, first of all, man, I'm T Webb out of Smash Vegas.
Gotcha.
Tennessee State supporter. Okay. You probably noticed some of the comments I made in the comments. I said those things to say this, man. I liken the HBCU football experience to like the church. The black church sometimes cares more about the praise and worship than they do about the message coming from the preacher. Same thing with HBCU football. And I love the band. They add a unique pageantry and atmosphere that is unmatched. But in most cases, the Smashtime definitely back me up on this. They care more about the band experience than they do about the football experience.
Yes, sir.
And HBCUs have allowed themselves to fall into that trap because from 75 to 95, I know Script, this ain't what you think it's going to be. From 75 to 95, this is actually a straight up fact. From 75 to 95, I count that as the HBCUs, and I'm talking about your Southerns, the powerhouse, FAMU, TSU, Grambling, Jackson State. I guess I'll throw Alcorn in there. A&T. And you know, they didn't cultivate because you know it was not uncommon. Like from TSU's perspective, we were known for being a big travel school. You know, we'll bring 4,000-5,000 to anybody's state. But what has happened, you know, and they're just one example of a lot of schools. The Jackson State still has a pretty strong following. Southern has a pretty strong following, and they still fill stadiums up. What has happened during that 20-year period, they didn't cultivate all that large support. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you had a Detroit Classic, TSU playing Southern playing Detroit Classic one year, and they packing out, I think it wasn't called a Silverdome at the time, it's called something else.
Hey, man, listen. Get to the point. I don't want to hear about all this Southern, that.
He really making, he's OFFScript. The guy is making points, bro. Like, I know OFFScript, bro. It's like, this show has turned into what we thought about football to what's more important about keeping our football going. This dude just literally said, I wrote it down. He said, they bring.
Let me get to the point, bro.
Go ahead.
The bottom line, the bottom line is, all I'm saying is we didn't cultivate. The HBCUs didn't think long term. Is what I'm trying to say. They didn't invest from the money they were making. See, you know, we complain about facilities, and I ain't comparing HBCUs to SBS. I'm talking about FCS schools and people who have, you know, mentioned like James Madison in North Dakota. First of all, North Dakota got oil money. That's why they got what they got. Okay, and another thing about North Dakota don't come down south to play.
Facts.
You know,
big
period.
facts.
Until they get into the championship game, and you see what happens to them when they get down south. But that's
Every
what
time.
I'm trying to say is, man, is that HBCUs didn't think long term. They didn't take the money they were making from these huge games and think long term and invest and make that money make money. That's all I'm trying to say.
Ooh. See, there you go. You didn't have to say all that about Southern.
And if we're not going to take our football seriously, just like I was made a point in the comments, we need to just go non-scholarship like the Pioneer League. You know, people playing the Pioneer League like Dayton and Butler and all them. Just go non-scholarship, save money. It'd be the same experience, you know, and just roll like that. Because if you're not serious about truly competing NCAA wide with the best FCS teams, then what's the point?
That's fact.
You're right, Doc. And he just stood there and said,
like I say, Swift, I'm gonna be getting my platform up eventually, and I'll holler at you guys later.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. Great call, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate the numbers too. This dude just said they used to bring 4,000 to 5,000 fans to a game. Name me one HBCU. Well, I go do that. But HBCUs don't be having 4,000-5,000 kids in a damn campus at some time. You know, especially springtime. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that go to it. And dude just said they need to use Jackson State's formula about why the games always packed. Well, not they always been packed, it's Dion there, but every team ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I know we playing Mr. Southern like that. I hate that we talking about the SWAC, but I only can name 3 teams in the SWAC. They don't include FAMU now that the games or the fans gonna travel. So it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than football, but football, it matters, though. It matters, but it I don't know, man. It's hard to say, Script. It's hard to say that.
That's what's up. Let me ask. This is my last question. We're gonna get up out of here because my man Sean just told me LeBron's on a tear, and I'm missing LeBron do his thing. All right. My last question to you: what will Southern record be? Now I'm about to bring up the schedule, so you ain't gotta worry. No, I got you, my guy. I got you. So let me pull this up. And we can go through this. I need to know. I want to know.
Let's see.
Back here. Boo. Here we go. Pulling it up now. All right. You do your thing. I'll go behind you, sir. I better do. Can't be that hard if you're such a powerhouse.
It can be because now you do gotta. I'm not gonna act like Florida family not like that. You know what I'm saying? That's that we gotta start doing that. But I'm gonna tell you too. So I only account them for. Damn. You go. You say yours first.
Oh, okay. Troy, I don't really know much about that school. So I'm gonna say loss. Miles College, I'm gonna say win. McNeese State, I don't know much about that school. I'll give you.
That's ooh. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a loss. Mississippi Valley, win. Texas Southern, win. Arkansas Pine Bluff, the rematch. I'm gonna have to go with a loss. I think they got your number. I think they got your number. PV, win. Alcorn State, I actually have you winning that game. Florida A&M, loss. Jackson State, loss. And Grambling, win. So that's 1 loss, 2 loss. What I have y'all losing to? 3, 4. Ugh, God, y'all, that's like 6 and 4, 5 and 5 or something. That's,
Let me tell you about this. Back to, I'm gonna sum everything up with what I'm saying is, remember I told you about history and stuff matters? Okay, you're gonna need to learn about these schools. Troy, They're a little bigger school than us, but they're not as big as LSU or something like that. So we may lose that game to Pride. We're gonna beat the brakes off Miles, even though Miles the best team in the conference. They've won all the championship. McNeese is another school I feel like Dion need to go recruit from to get those black players. Because they go to schools like that, Nichols and stuff in Southeastern. They like in a Sun Belt conference that's a little bigger than the SWAC, but they wouldn't touch LSU. So that's why a lot of our players go to. Them players that get recruited from JUCO, they don't go to SWAC, but the SWAC more entertaining. So we may lose to McNeese. We're gonna beat the brakes off of Mississippi Valley. We're gonna beat the brakes off Texas Southern. Arkansas Pine Bluff, we're gonna call their number, and I'm gonna tell you that they're not like that. They're not like they were this year. We're gonna beat the brakes off them. TV, that's an important game because one, that's homecoming, and then you got my guy, what the coach name over there? Dooley. He should have been our coach before Odom because he was on Southern staff with Pete Richardson a long time. The GOAT Pete Richardson. So that's gonna be an interesting game, but it's homecoming, so we ain't trying to lose homecoming. I'm gonna count it as a win. We're gonna beat Alcorn because if Alcorn rumors about that they're not having a stricter condition coach and is at Northern Mississippi, wait, it's gonna be at us. Alcorn coming at us. This wrong. Alcorn coming at us. We're gonna beat the brakes off them. FAMU, up in the air. Because Florida like that. They like that. But the game back.
We have both of these games home though. That's the benefit.
Yeah, that's the benefit. We're gonna beat them. Jackson State, Dion new players. I don't know, but I'll be able to tell you by October 9th if we're gonna beat Jackson State. We're gonna beat them too. And we're gonna beat we have Open, and we're gonna beat Grambling simply because Grambling have a bye week too, and I'm not looking for Grambling. So we're gonna lose every game that's not a SWAC game. Well, besides Miles. So we're gonna lose the Troy, we're gonna lose the McNeese.
8-2.
Yeah, 8-2. Yep. And then we're gonna go to SWAC championship and play, I don't know. But yeah, it's like I just told you, say I'm telling you for real, like that Prairie View game makes a difference. Because Dudley, he gonna want to win because we was looking at him as being a coach. And let me say another interesting fact. You remember they was talking about Jabbar Jalouk?
Who's that?
Okay, you gotta know. He was in the Cars coach in New Orleans. He helped build that dynasty team. He was at McNeese. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't know their number. I think he had Texas. He had Louisiana Tech right now. I'm not sure if he's still over there. Yeah, that's gonna be a ass whooping, but yeah. So we're gonna lose every game besides them two games.
8-2. I mean, we'll see. I think you guys have listen. Taking out the first top two teams or whatever that you said, you guys have an easy road in the beginning. A lot of schools are opposite. A lot of schools, their October is really tough, and they kind of, and then it gets even tougher outside of that because of the simple fact of. November games are coming up, so it's usually like those big classic games. But yeah, you guys' October is real light, more than team other than the Alcorn game.
You also gotta look at. Remember what I told y'all about how the SWAC operates. For example, the only October Texas Southern we have to win. Pine Bluff we have to win. PV we have to win. Because they're on our side. Alcorn is now on our side, so we have to win. We don't gotta win against A&M. If everybody, because I feel like FAMU and Florida, FAMU and Bethune-Cookman about to come shake the SWAC up. So you might get a SWAC championship game with a team with 2 or 3 losses. I'm calling it early. You might get that because how they doing it. And with Alcorn being on our side, Alcorn, I don't care what y'all say. You gotta see Southern now when it counts. You can't have an easy run on that other side because you ain't had no competition over there. That's why you kept going to the SWAC championship. But now you over here with the big dogs. It's gonna be hard for Alcorn to make it out. That will people on the conference.
I think Alcorn has been jumping ship because they've been just trying to go to the easier side. So the East was easier. The East was easier when they were over there. They left the East because it got harder. Now they want to go to the West because it's easier.
That's the realest thing you just said, which boils down back to you talk about this. Powerhouse. We're a powerhouse because we got to see Grambling every year, and it counts. You feel me? Who they got to see over there? Nobody.
They didn't. Honestly, they didn't have to. When they were running through everybody, they really didn't have nobody to really worry about. So I agree with you on that. Alabama A&M should have beat them. But other than that, yeah, they didn't really have nobody else. But man, Smash, this was a blast. Yo, we gotta do this before the season kick up again. We gotta come back and do this. I appreciate you for calling in. Appreciate you for tuning in with me. And we'll stay linked up, and we'll have another one of these. And we'll see that y'all still be in second place. You
So
know?
I definitely want to have one of these after the damn boombox against Jackson State. That's when I think it's gonna hurt the win. All right, Doc, holla at me, Doc, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, boy. All right. Hey, man, that was my man Smash coming through, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and staying up late with me. Man, this is fun. I like having the callers come in as well and add that dynamic. But, you know, it's getting late. Got to go watch my man LeBron turn up. All right, so until next time, you know, it's your boy Scotty, voice of the SWAC, and you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.